Hey, kia ora, how's it going? And welcome back. On today's installment, we
drink coffee with friends, solder some stuff and make some smoke, and measure some things.
Alright, so something different today. We have a guest, and it's my mate Lambertus.
G'day team, how's it going?
So, I was rabbiting on all about drones, and I think we're sitting out at the lake after rowing, and then Albie, he popped the question to me. Not the question. What did you ask?
Well, drones. I see you're flying one. What's a good one to choose?
So Albie came over to my place and we flew around the big sucker up there. We flew that around. We flew around a little toy drone and we flew around my FPV quadcopter that I've already given away. And after all that, what did you end up choosing, Albie?
I went for a racing drone, FPV drone.
Of course he did. Too exciting, too much fun to put down. A big old slow camera drone wasn't really what he wanted to do. So we spent quite a while mucking around on the internet, looking at different frames, looking at different motors, back and forth we went, and
Yep.
What did you choose, LB?
Well,
Of course.
Armattan.
Of course, and you chose the Chameleon.
Yep.
Who wouldn't choose the Chameleon? It's a great looking drone, and what we're going to do is we're going to put this together over the next few weeks and release these videos about how it's going, and LB builds a drone.
Alrighty, so we have Lambertus's Chameleon all nicely packaged up. He's ordered the Oomph 2205 2550 kV motors and a mysterious bubble wrapped bag, which I'm guessing will have the Armattan 30 amp ESCs. So Lambertus, do the honours, open it up, let's go. Incorporated. So we have the base plate there, some bits and bobs. Okay, we've got the PDB here. Haven't seen this before. It's an isolation foam pad for the power board to sit on. Cool. There's all the bits and bobs that attach to the base plate, the aluminium parts for the FP camera pod, the top plate, and the carbon bit for the pod too.
Landing pad.
Landing pads, those are quite cool landing pads actually, aren't they? Yeah, open up your things. I'm guessing those are going to be your ESCs. There you got ESCs and stuff. Focus. Okay, there we go. So the 30 amp Armattan ESC BLES D-Shock capable apparently. Sweet. Nicely made by the look of them with a tidy layout. Time for the motors. Ooh, nice. 2205 motor, 2550 kV, so much power. Okay, so let's check the frame thickness. So first arm, 4.07 millimeters and 4.05 millimeters and 4.07 millimeters. And come on, 4.06 millimeters. What? 0.2 millimeter range? Come on, Armattan. Just jokes.
It's got lifetime warranty.
Okay, Lambertus, so step one. I always like to start to build the frames up just to suss out how the components are going to go together. And then from there, we can start mounting motors and soldering all the good stuff. So let's start by building the pod for the FPV camera. So we didn't record building the pod. It took us so long. I think we're a bit out of practice with IKEA stuff, maybe. But here it is. Now it's time to mount the motors onto the frame. Okay, so with the motor in place, let's have a bit of a look. The ESC will go somewhere here.
And then we'll find a good spot to put our ESC.
Yep.
And then we'll just leave everything long, and then we'll get it all sorted, and then we'll cut these to length, then we can solder everything together.
Yep.
But just sort of get it all set up and ready to go.
Mr. Shaky Hands, Lambertus' first time ever soldering. So just put some heat on that pad and slowly feed the solder wire onto it and just build up a bit of a blob there. Cool. Okay, so here's tonight's job done. Motors soldered to the ESCs, ESCs soldered to the powder board, ready for the flight controller to be added on. I couldn't resist. Let's see what the weight is with what we've done so far, eh? Ooh, it's gonna be pretty heavy. Alright, so I thought I'd just cut in here and show you what flight controller we're going to be having. So we're going to be having this Flip 32. It's a F4 flight controller. It's the V2 Pro version. So for FPV Quad, I think what we're going to do is we're going to power the flight controller from its power board onto the power here, so we can use the shunt resistor to get our current and amp readings through our OSD. So this one has an inbuilt OSD. So what we'll be doing as per here, so we'll be running our camera into the flight controller, and then out of the flight controller we'll be putting a signal to our VTX to get a camera out, and that will overlay the OSD. Now I'm tossing up whether or not to power the actual camera and everything from the flight controller. I think I will, and what I'm also thinking is I might actually put a capacitor at this incoming point. Normally you're supposed to put on the ESCs, but I don't really want to have a whole bunch of capacitors on the ESC, so I'm thinking what I'll do is I'll put a capacitor on the actual incoming feed here, and to see if that acts as a filter. But this has got pretty good filtering, I think, so might not actually need it. Maybe we'll put that on later. Might run it first and see how we go. But yeah, that's what we're going to be putting on. Alright, so here we are. So we've got our flight controller all wired up. We've got our got our receiver running through, wired in, all soldered in, and we have all our ESCs wired in onto the flight controller. So now all there is to do is fix everything down, and we'll be away. Okie dokie, so that's all there is for part 1. Remember, before you go, subscribe to this channel, and if we have 2,000 subscribers by December, it's a drone for Jonty, and a drone for you maybe. Until next time, bye.